Welcome back, everyone. Well, today's simple little DIY project. I have these three metal Lionel passenger cars, and of course the window inserts basically are just all dried up and crumpled up. So we're gonna try and I have this sheet of plastic. We're gonna try and replace the window inserts. Now these never had silhouettes, so I don't have to worry about that. The windows are so small you couldn't see the silhouette anyway. But basically what we have here is dried up rotten wire. This is done. The silhouettes are done. I mean the window treatment's done. This one's actually missing the whole piece here. So I guess the first thing we need to do is take off this. This is how the lights were back in those days. Big giant light bulb in there. So we're going to take this off. Okay. This we could just cut because this is shot. Now we need to take this screw out. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I think we have to loosen this up a little bit. Okay. Oops. Okay, bulb is out. Oh, fudge. Okay. Now we're going to have to unsolder this little spot, get this piece of wire off, put a new piece of wire on. I just happen to have this little empty tube of lubricating oil, and it's got this little spout, which is like the perfect size to make the holes in the wherever the new wire has to go. But we're not using that today. We might use it once I get this wire out of here. Okay. I don't know if you can see that or not. So now let's see if we can make a new hole. Let's use my other hands here. Whoops. We'll get this right where the wire's going to go. And see that? Makes this perfect size hole. There you go. Now, we have a nice piece of wire here. There we go. Okay. The wire is through. I'm going to make it a little bit shorter because we don't want it to short out by hitting anything in the frame. Cut a little, mush it down a little bit. Okay. No, it's kind of lumpy. It wasn't a very good soldering job I just did. But I think it's hooked on there pretty good. Yes, it's hooked on there good. So now we have to get this washer on here. This little tiny washer here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Washer. Feed it onto the wire. Okay. That's in. Now, find the fitting. Feed it through. Okay. That looks like it's in there pretty good. So now, we'll just set this off to the side. Let's just give it a little test. See if that solder worked out okay. Put a bulb in here. And use my test wires. Well, we gotta trim it first. Test wires. Here's the ground. Well, it should have been just the opposite, but there you go. So it works. So now that we know everything, this part's good. Now it's time to take those little E-clips out of there. Take these little E-clips out of here. And it's much easier, well, I don't know. I was going to say maybe I could try to do the soldering of the new wire to the truck while it's still on the car. But it's just so much easier to do it if the truck's off the car. I might just try it just to save some time here. Let's see. Okay, first thing we got to do is take the old wire off. Let's use something where I'm not going to burn myself with the soldering iron, the soldering gun. Okay, well that wire came out pretty easily. That's trash now. But in order to get this wire in here properly, I'm going to have to take this truck right out of here. I'm going to take that E-clip out of there. Right there. I basically just put a flathead screwdriver and kind of push it. It opens it up a little bit. That's all you need is a little bit. And it comes out. E-clip. Out. Now, I guess we'll try our oil can method here. To try and get this hole big enough to put a wire through. Okay, there's the hole. Oh, I covered back up. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks like we can get a wire through there. So, put the soldering iron away for now. And we're going to put all this aside, and we're going to wait until we do the window frames. And you see, these are held in by just little tabs, like little metal tabs. Like right there, that tab. I don't know if you can see this one. This tab in here, and also this tab in here. This is what holds the film in. So I'm going to bend these tabs back, see if I can get you around here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to bend this tab. And if you bend them straight up, it's easier to push the new plastic material straight down, and that's how you make your little hole in the plastic, by just pushing it right over these tabs. This way there's no trying to cut the exact spot and all that stuff. You get it in place. See, these tabs are pretty much straight up and down now. Now here's the old piece. See that? That's shot. This tab needs to be straightened out a little bit. Okay, this tab's good. Maybe a little bit more like that. And that's it. So now it's time to cut the new strip. So let's see. Here's the old strip. Let's see. Just need a very thin strip of this stuff. Okay, lining up those little tabs with the new pieces of plastic I'm cutting is proving to be much more difficult than I anticipated. So we're going to try plan B. What we're going to do is we're going to take this whole window frame out of here, as you could see, and then lay the new piece of plastic down on the wooden part of the bench. Put the plastic over it where it's got to go, and then use my little handy dandy screwdriver to make the hole right there. Right where the tabs are going to come through. Okay, one more. Okay, that should do it as far as the window glass is concerned. Now we're going to put this piece back inside here. It kind of fits under the frame just like so. Just nicey nice. And again, you got to get these tabs lined up just right, or else nothing's going to work. Okay, nope, that's not in. A little farther this way. Okay, that one's in. That one's in. And that one's in. Okay, they're all in. All three tabs. Now, the window thing I just cut, punched holes in. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, yes. First tab here. Goes right on, went right in. Just hold it in place. Second tab went right in. Third tab went right in, baby. That's the way to do it. Okay. Now I gotta get a little bit bigger screwdriver and push these tabs back down. There's one. Oh man, these are so difficult sometimes. There's two. And here's the third one right here. I'm going to push it this way. Okay. So that's in. That's in. Now, move you a little bit here. We take the new lamp that we just wired up. Set that through there. Here's the E-clip. Put the E-clip back in here. Well, wait a minute. Before we do that, let's do the soldering first. Let's get this piece up on here where it belongs. Get my little screw. Put it in there. Let's see if we can get this. Okay. Now this is coming through here. We don't need this much wire. So we're going to trim this back. We're going to give ourselves a little leeway though, just in case. Okay. We just want a small bit of wire. And that's even too much. We're going to go ahead and tin it. Okay. Now we have to put it through the little hole right there. No. Gotta get all these strands tight. One little strand touches something, it's not going to go through. Okay, that's through the hole, as they say. Let's see if we can get a little bend on it, so make it almost like a little mechanical connection as well as the solder. Just gives a little more strength right there. Okay, soldering gun. Nope, that didn't get it yet. We need to get a piece right. Drop the solder right on this bottom part here. Okay, I think that's got it. So now pull the excess wire up into the passenger compartment here. Get the E-clip. Sometimes you can use these over and over again. You know, I mean, after about the third time you can, let's put it that way. Get my little mini plier here. Squeeze the E-clip around the post. Okay. Truck's back in. The light's back in. Test track. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we did anything. There's the power. There you go. Well, it's time consuming, but I think it's worth it. I don't know if you could even tell if there's anything back behind those windows, like that film. You might not even be able to tell, but it's there now, so. They're there now. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my subscribers.